Hi all, welcome to another episode of One Pitch Catch. Uh, India's net run rate took a big thrashing yesterday after the win against Pakistan. They had already won the previous match against UAE. It was 10.5 and it dipped to 4.8. And that's pretty bad state. It was yet another one-sided game. If you add I think all the games have been one-sided. Typically, teams have been winning by dozens of runs or like 5 wickets, 7 wickets, and nowhere close to the scheduled end of the overs and things like that. I think on Saturday, Sri Lanka had easily chased Bangladesh's 139. So what could have been a fairly interesting match eventually turns out to be a bit of it was not really that exciting. I think the excitement was more before and after the game with all the frostiness between the players and administrators and things like that. So there's apparently news that Pakistan has taken Andy Pycroft. I mean, they're going to complain about him to the ICC because he said don't do handshakes before the game and things like that. So yeah,
In
the
fact, they want to.
action
In fact, they
outside of
want
the
to
game
remove.
is
In fact, they want to
they want to
remove
remove.
Andy
Yeah.
Pycroft. Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, what did you see, Ganesh? How was the batting and the bowling and the fielding?
Like you said, the two most important games we had mentioned in our last video, saying Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, and India, Pakistan. Even those two most important games turned out to be one-sided ones. So there is not. I think this is um, becoming a meaningless one-side tournament, Jaga. I mean, honestly, you can always garner T20 points. The batsmen and the teams and the bowlers can garner points on the ICC rating, but I don't think it's doing any good in terms of at least the format or the way the teams are developing. Except for, I mean, I don't think. I think probably Afghanistan game could be the closest game for India. I feel, and I mean, of course, Sri Lanka have gotten better in the recent last 6 months to 8 months. We
Yeah.
haven't played them in a long time. Let's see how it pans out. In terms of yesterday, India Pakistan. I mean, obviously, the batting for Pakistan didn't click. But I think the selection, I think Haris Rauf should have played.
Hmm.
First
Okay.
thing I felt after the toss when they said they were playing the same 11, I was surprised because when you're playing, they played four spinners. Why you have an off
Hmm.
spinner, a leg spinner, and a left arm spinner? I don't think you needed that Sufyan Mukim to be very, to put it
Yeah,
bluntly,
yeah.
instead of Sufyan Mukim, Haris Rauf could have played. But again, if the batting is going to fail like this, three Afridis and two Haris Raufs also can't help. But
Yeah,
I
they were
think that
like five down by the ninth or over or 10th over or something like that. That game is pretty much gone at that
yeah,
stage. Same with Bangladesh also the other day.
yeah. So that is not going to help. But I think the Haris Rauf should have played against India because
Hmm.
he always. I mean, though there are some expensive overs that he's bowled to India, he's troubled the Indian batsmen a lot.
And I
So
think he did well in the 24 T20 World Cup, the game in New York also. I think he took 3 wickets.
yes.
He's been there and thereabouts. Yeah, I definitely think he would have been a better option than the spinner that they eventually picked.
Yeah, so I don't think that that was the right call to make. Apart from, I mean, otherwise there is nothing much to say about the game. I feel Abhishek is doing a great T20 batsman format. I feel because he's not looking for his 50s or 80s or
Yeah, yeah.
hundreds. Also, he just demolishes the
First
opening
ball.
bowler 20-30 in insane strike rate, 200 plus strike rate. I
Yeah.
mean, yesterday it actually completely nullified the Shaheen Afridi threat. Okay,
Correct.
he
Yeah.
was. I
First
think
ball
he was.
itself, he went after him.
Yeah, it was a 4 and 6. He started even in the UAE game. He started with a 6 and 4.
Yeah.
So I think he puts the back opposition on the back foot straight away with his excellent T20 batting. That is very good. I feel. And by the time the opposition are trying to recover, the other
Yeah.
batsmen consolidate and go. I mean, reach a good
Correct. It's an
target if they
easy
bat
win.
first or consolidate the required run rate and get to the target. So Abhishek is doing a great job for this team to look so good. Of course, a lot of others, the bowlers and everybody is looking good. And one other thing that I was very happy from the first game itself was Gambhir and Co have managed to find Samson and Kuldeep a place in the 11.
Mm.
Though Samson has not batted in both the games, there is no
Yeah.
requirement for him to bat. Kuldeep bowled very well in both games after a long time, though coming into playing competitive international cricket after a long time, he bowled very well, I felt. I'm very happy to see Samson being played ahead of Jitesh Sharma. That is one good thing. Now Arshdeep becomes the traveler. Like he went to England also and
So
sat.
far.
So
Yeah,
far,
I think there's
I,
still a few games to come, so I'm sure they'll rotate people around. Because the other challenge you'll get into is in both the games so far, your middle order has really not got that much of exposure, or that pressure hasn't been there, which can come and hit you at some point of time. Although I doubt if it'll happen in this tournament, but it's always good to make sure that everybody gets the opportunity. And I'm sure that with at least one more game left in the league stage, and then at least three games. No, Super
yeah,
Force is what? Three games for each team, right? So
yeah,
there's
again.
enough opportunities for sure.
And the other thing, I'm sure you noticed, there have been a lot of top order ducks. I mean, at least already in the 6 games. Did you notice that,
Oh,
Jagat?
okay. Yeah, it's interesting because I think there was two yesterday, and then Bangladesh also had a couple, and all of them were like, and that's been a factor in terms of the teams not getting starts at all. Like it's 10 ducks in 6 matches. That's a pretty high amount, and I don't know what's causing it. We'll see if the trend continues, but it certainly seems weird.
I
And it's
think
not even in one particular venue, right? It's across both locations. So you're not looking at conditions being a factor and things like that.
true.
Plus, it's not like the minnows are the ones that are the highest contributors. Actually, you had like I said, Bangladesh had two of them, and then yesterday Pakistan had two of them. So it's just getting a little interesting. Let's see how that goes.
But Saeem Ayub has contributed two out of those. So when both the
Yeah, for
games,
two first
I mean,
bowlers.
in Asia, in this Asia Cup, he's played two balls and he's been dismissed of both the balls.
Yeah,
But I mean,
correct. Yeah,
the only way he keeps his place in the 11 is he's picked up 5 wickets across 2 games also.
correct. Yeah, yeah.
So that's helping. I mean, I saw somebody commenting saying this is a real Pakistan when you see Shaheen Afridi top scoring with the bat and Saeem Ayub top scoring in the wickets column. So.
Yeah,
Uh,
you never know how it works out. Let's see. Let's see how interesting the rest of the tournament could get. Maybe the games between the minnow teams may actually be more interesting. There's one going on right now, right? Or is it Oman and who?
and UAE, yes, true.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Overall, I do hope that the standards in terms of the closeness of the games pick up, because that's kind of the whole point of T20, right? You, the games are meant to be more nerve wracking and nail biting and things like that. This one is like pretty much by the first half an hour of the game itself, not even the first half an hour of the chase. The first half an hour of the game, you pretty much know what the result is. That's
Yeah, that's why
not a great
that's why
state to be in.
that's why ICC has made all any countries playing as international status they have given to all T20 games. I mean, that's why England didn't get
Yeah,
the highest score even after scoring 304. Zimbabwe has
yeah,
got a
that's true. Yeah.
344 against Gambia. So every game
Anyway.
is considered an international game.
Yeah.
So but the
Yeah, that's
competitiveness is definitely lacking in this Asia Cup. The one-sided games are a little bit boring. But like you said,
true.
the tense moment in the India-Pakistan game did not come during the course of the 20 plus
Yeah.
14, 15 overs. It came before and after, I feel. Mhm.
Yeah, I think that's going to linger, right? I'm pretty sure unless there's a major upset, Pakistan should make it through to the Super Fours. The teams will play again. And who knows, maybe the finals. I kind of think Afghanistan or Sri Lanka may be a better opponent. I think we're kind of assuming India will be in the final, but Afghanistan and Sri Lanka will probably be better opponents. And might I say, defending T20 Asia Cup champions Sri Lanka.
Sri Lanka, yeah, true. I mean, I think, yeah, I mean, you're right, Jaga. I mean, we are assuming India will be in the final, but given the way that the matches have panned out, both the India games, I think India are way too ahead in terms of competitiveness, in terms of skills, and with compared to other teams. Like you said, I'm also assuming the Afghanistan or Sri Lanka game could be run a little closer to India, but other teams don't seem to be in the India League.
Right, yeah,
Probably it's a combination of a lot of things. The IPL, the I
possibly.
mean the exposure that Indian team gets, every player
Yeah, yeah.
gets. They get to play.
And skill.
Uh, skill is of course there, and also they keep playing the top teams more
Correct,
often,
yeah.
so which obviously enables them to better their game. At this point of time, they should have probably had a Asia Cup without India, and the winner should be playing India on a best of three or best of five finals. So you're assured of a 2 or 3 games for India.
Yeah.
So
But then
that's
I don't know how TV rights would even be taken up for an Asia Cup that doesn't have India.
yeah.
So most likely it won't happen.
That's
Tomorrow's
why
game should be interesting. Afghanistan, Bangladesh. That's
yes.
probably the next interesting game. And then we have a series of maybe I think after that Afghanistan, Sri Lanka. So interestingly, it's Afghanistan games that are probably more interesting than other teams. So anyway, so yeah, we'll come back in a few days' time as the stage where we get to maybe the Super Fours are getting finalized. And until then, any other things you wanted to cover today?
No, fine, Jaga. I mean, I mean, there has not been any competition in in this game so far. Like we keep saying, I hope the second half there are 2 games which are promising to be much more competitive, both the Afghanistan games. So we
Yeah.
hope there is much more better cricket comes up and there is interesting things to watch. At least going into the Super Fours, definitely.
I think the structure of the groups may also be a factor, right? With one group having India, Pakistan, and a couple of minnows. The other side, the other group is obviously a little bit more competitive, but we don't know. Let's see.
But I felt the
Anyway,
Bangladesh Sri Lanka game would be a little more
yeah, could have
competitive.
been.
That also became. Let's see, the second half can be a little better, and of course the Super Fours. I assume I definitely
Yeah,
think there will be better competitiveness in the Super
should
Fours.
be. Yeah. Cool. Otherwise, nothing else. We'll come back again in a few days' time. Until then, keep viewing your videos, leave your comments, subscribe. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.